This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Police seize firearm and ammunition in St. Anne. An investigation is currently underway following the discovery of a Glock 38 semi-automatic pistol with a magazine containing 6.45 cartridges was seized during a targeted raid in Lilyfield, St. Anne on Thursday. Reports from the Bamboo Police are that the firearm and ammunition were found wrapped in transparent plastic among trees between the hours of 10:30 and 11 a.m. No arrest has been made. Scammer killed near police station within Zozo. Neither the declared zone of special operation nor the police station located less than 30 meters away were enough to prevent Ishmael Scammer Campbell from being gunned down Thursday evening in the community of Mount Salem on the outskirts of Montego Bay. According to police reports, Campbell, a fisherman from Jarrett Terrace in St. James, was shot and killed about 6:15 p.m. The police were summoned after residents heard what they believed to be gunshots. Upon their arrival, lawmen found Campbell in a pool of blood suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. There are unconfirmed reports that based on the number of times he was shot, Campbell may have been the target of a hit. It is also said that he once lived in the parish of Westmoreland but moved to St. James about a year ago after an attempt on his life. Campbell was killed near the office of the political representative for the Mount Salem Division, Councillor Kerry Thomas, who on Friday morning expressed alarm at the level of crime in the parish. Yesterday, there was a murder just down there on the main road, on the plaza near Miss Chin's shop, and in close proximity to the Mount Salem police station, just 30 meters across there. Plus, we are also in a zone of special operations. Now, for a murder to take place at this time of the day, after 6 in the afternoon in broad daylight, when people are just getting home from work, it only means that a crime in St. James is very, very bad and it needs to be addressed immediately, the councillor told the news. Referencing the murder 24 hours before, a 9-year-old Gabriel King, whose throat was slashed and his body found in the back of his mother's car, Thomas said the level of crime being experienced is not something that a parish should have to live with. He called on those in authority to act, saying those incapable of doing their jobs should resign. The government, the Prime Minister, need to cut the arrogance, cut the blame game, and take action because they have the power. Something needs to be done. You cannot have the people of St. James suffering under these conditions of fear based on just some people running around shooting, killing whomever they want. The year has just started and the records are not looking good, said Thomas. Police Federation threatens strong action if wage dispute not settled this month. The wage dispute involving the Police Federation and the Ministers of Finance and the National Security is deepening, with the Federation now threatening strong action if the matter is not addressed this month. Corporal Rohan James, chairman of the Federation, has given a January 27 deadline for the matter to be settled. He says the Federation is prepared to send a strong signal to the government if there is no settlement by that date.
The Minister of Finance seems to be naive when it comes on to welfare and well-being. You cannot continue wage theft as the government has been doing. You deprive this employee of time, leave, and incentives so as to grow your international reserve. That's wage theft. That's a breach of the labor law. And it cannot continue. And I'm using this medium to warn the government that come the 27th of this month, the Federation is prepared to send the strongest message ever on any platform to the government so that not only Jamaica will benefit, the citizens will benefit, and those in the diaspora who are living in fear must benefit. Come the 27th, it will be made known. From last year, the chaplaincy branch has seen well over 1,676 members. Some of these officers are battling up what is affecting them, and you are seeing sometimes these things are playing out even when services are being rendered to members of the public. You may have seen even in the discourse of duties where you will see officers may utter certain things. It is not as a result of anything less than depression. It comes in so many forms.
School rankings in Education Transformation Report a distraction, said Wright. Linvern Wright, president of the Jamaica Association of Principals of Secondary Schools, says the inclusion of school rankings in the Education Transformation Commission's report is an unfortunate distraction. The report by Professor Orlando Patterson Commission was released on Thursday. But speaking with the news, Mr. Wright said the ranking of schools diverts attention from the substantial issues pointed out in the report.
As a thing, I set a standard that are clear that the public would be able to use to see how a school would be helpful in terms of the quality of its teaching, quality of its administration, how children are doing. To me, it's far more helpful than a ranking. I think in a report that speaks to many grave things in education that we really need to speak to. I think it's a distraction. It's an unfortunate one.
Principal of Camperdown High, Valentine Bailey, said while he does not support the ranking of schools, he understands how it can lead to schools improving their performance.
Ranking has a place. I'm not totally against ranking. It's one way for you to maybe see where you are compared to others in the same field, maybe organizations or so. In this case, it's education. So there is a place. It can lead to positive changes within a school. I mean, if you look and you see where you're at 50 out of 50, it may spur the administration and everybody else to say, let us try and do something differently. I had so many reports, and basically they say more or less the same thing. We have been poor at implementation. I know that the ministry has tried something, but I think there are some other things that we have been ignoring. For now, I wouldn't say it in this forum, but I don't know. I'm not sure how we go forward. Yes, the report is out. What will the ministry do? It has to be a commitment, a serious commitment to getting some of these recommendations up and running. We have to make up our minds about education.
Stakeholders hold a peace meeting in Parade Gardens. Several state agencies, along with the police and the political representatives, today converged in Parade Gardens in Kingston for a peace meeting. A zone of special operations was recently imposed in the community following a flare-up of violence in the area. The meeting was held in an area known as Tel Aviv, which is located at the corner of Laws and Hanover Streets. Member of Parliament for Kingston Central Donovan Williams and the People's National Party caretaker Imani Duncan Price were among those who addressed the gathering. Tempers flared briefly as residents had opposing views as to the reason behind the flare-up of violence in the community. The police listed the names of persons of interest as cops seek to quell crime in the area. JTA rejects the government's wage offer. Delegates of the Jamaica Teachers Association today voted to reject the government's wage offer. The vote was held at a special virtual delegates conference. The JTA says a total of 413 delegates voted. The breakdown is as follows: reject offer 244, accept offer 163, abstain 6. The claim was made for the contract period April 1, 2021 to March 31, 2023. The JTA says it has written to the government requesting an improved offer and is awaiting a response. 1,262 more COVID-19 cases, 3 additional fatalities. Jamaica on Thursday recorded 1,262 more COVID-19 cases, pushing the tally to 108,983. Of the new infections, 781 are women and 481 are men, with ages ranging from 20 days and 97 years. A total of 2,915 tests were conducted. The country's positivity rate has climbed to 68.6%. The parish breakdown is as follows: Kingston and St. Andrew 446, St. Catherine 277, St. James 172, St. Anne 79, Hanover 56, Portland 55, Clarendon 47, St. Thomas 36, Trelawney 34, Westmoreland 31, Manchester 13, St. Mary 12, and St. Elizabeth 4. Meanwhile, 3 more deaths have been recorded, increasing the total to 2,517. The deceased are a 46-year-old man from St. Catherine, a 79-year-old man from St. Elizabeth, and a 54-year-old man from St. Catherine. The deaths occurred between August 15, 2021 and January 9, 2022. In the meantime, there were 96 more recoveries, increasing the total to 66,946. Some 392 persons are in hospital, with 85 being moderately ill, 37 severely ill, and 9 critically ill. And 27,307 persons are at home in quarantine. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.